Hey everyone, hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about God's protection. We're going to be looking at a guy named Daniel. And this guy, Daniel, he spent an entire night with this animal. And have you ever been to a zoo before? There's a lot of animals at zoo. You got monkeys, you got zebras, you got giraffes, you got rhinoceroses, you got tigers. Out of all the animals at a zoo, which animal do you think Daniel spent an entire night with? It was a lion. Can you imagine spending an entire night with a lion? And that's what Daniel did, but we're going to learn through the story that God protected him. So we're going to learn a little bit about Daniel. Daniel loved God and he served God faithfully. And he also worked for the king, and this king's name was Darius. And King Darius really liked Daniel, but he liked him so much that it made other people jealous of Daniel. So they made a plan. They said, we're gonna do something against Daniel. So they went to the king, they said, hey king, we should pass a law that says no one can pray to any other person or God except you, king. And so the king signed the law, not realizing that it would affect Daniel. And so these guys went to Daniel's house because they knew he was faithful to God. And of course, they caught Daniel praying to God 3 times every single day. So they went back to the king. They said, hey, king, guess what? We found someone that's not obeying your laws. And you know what you said, king, that whoever doesn't obey your laws is going to get thrown into a den of lions. And so every time I say den of lions during this story, I want you to make your best lion sound that you can every time I say den of lions. And so the king was very sad about this because he didn't want to harm Daniel and he didn't want to throw Daniel into the den of lions. But he signed the law and he had to follow through with it. So they went and they grabbed Daniel. They brought him to the den of lions. Pretty good. And they threw him into the den of lions. And they rolled the stone in front of it. And so now Daniel, he has to spend an entire night sleeping with lions. Some of you may sleep with lions, but they're probably just stuffed animals. These lions were not stuffed animals. These lions were real, they were furry, and they probably had very sharp teeth. And so Daniel spent a whole night, and I'm sure Daniel was scared. He was probably worrying what was going to happen to him, but he knew that God was going to be with him the whole night. And so the whole night went by. It says that King Darius couldn't even sleep because he was so worried about Daniel. And the next morning, he ran out to the den of lions. He rolled away the stone from the den of lions. And he yelled into the den. He said, Daniel, are you okay? And Daniel actually yelled back. He talked back to the king. He said, yes, king, I am okay. God protected me. He shut the mouths of all the lions and I was saved. Isn't that an incredible story? And so you know what? We're probably never going to get thrown into a den of lions. But you know what? We're still going to get put in situations that might be difficult, that might be hard. We're worried, we're scared, we're anxious. And you know what? We can be like David or like Daniel, and we can continue to trust God and be faithful and to continue to serve Him. And so now we're going to watch an object lesson about God's protection in our lives. And then I want you to join us as we have another awesome worship song. And I hope you all have an amazing week.
How many of you guys like apples? Apples are a great food because you can do so many different things with them. You can make applesauce, you can make candy apples, you can make apple pie or apple cakes. You can also have them in different salads, like with fruit and vegetables, or you can make apple juice or apple cider. Or you can simply pick up an apple and eat it. Have you ever accidentally eaten an apple seed? They're usually in the core and are kind of hard to get to, but it sometimes happens, doesn't it? Well, here's something you might not know. Apple seeds are poisonous. Each seed has just a tiny little bit of poison in it. It's not near enough to harm you. You'd have to eat a lot of apple seeds in order to begin feeling sick. But it's still in there. You know, sometimes in life, bad things happen. We get sick, we struggle, but just like the apple seed, God promises to never give us more than we can handle. If you accidentally swallow an apple seed, it's not going to hurt you because it's not more poison than your body can handle. And when you go through hard times, God promises He will help you through them because He'll never give you more than you can handle. Before He was crucified, Jesus said to His disciples in John 16:33, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Let's take a moment to thank God for that promise.
The treasured and the prized, who is the apple of God's eyes? Who is? We are. Who are the ones who bear His name? Who are the children He has claimed as His? We are. The ones God has sent a Son to rescue, and now He calls us His own. Children of God, we are the children of God. We are the sons and the daughters. Almighty God is our Father. We are the children of God. We are the children of God. How can we keep from singing? We are the children of God. From crying out, who are the voices that will shout His praise? We are.